Hello and welcome. Right, we're back down the shop. I've got most things picked up and attached, but we do need, some means of. This is a mod I don't feature very often. Um, I suppose that's probably because really the TPS is equally, but it is a good thing. So yeah, I'm going to feature this one for a change, and that is the all-purpose tool. Exactly the same price, but not quite as useful. Yeah, not really. It's much smaller. Yeah, we will do silver. Love the crown. Fantastic. And we will stick that on the back of you. It is a little bit wide, but it should take all that we've got. It's a little tiny way of we haven't got a I mean we could also do a telehandler for the shop, but I thought, well, we've got ours at the minute. We're only a stone throw away as well now then, which that'll do. That'll do. As long as we've got a means of putting that down. That's so slow. No, it's not. I think yeah, it's that one. That's it. Right, let's stick everything on. We've got the lime already. Got the scanner on the other one. Now this it's going to struggle with. It really is. And the thing by Smetty is a little bit in the way. It's very tall. Oh, damn it. It really is. Let's see, can we sort of grab it and move it? So it's sort of like on the grass or something out of the way. Because the chances of us getting something like this in a fall, it is very slight, but nevertheless, sometimes you've got to just take a bit of a punt. Because if you don't and it did drop, then yeah, I mean it's quite an expensive back. It would be quite a great assist if we did get that by Smatty. But you don't often see it. It's yeah, one of those things that it's weird. This does not seem as responsive as it normally is. The crane there. It's not horrible, but it's. I've always sort of noted how nippy and that it is, but it's not as nippy as it normally is. Or it doesn't feel it. The beautiful thing about this front loader is that it is like a telehandler boom, a beautiful bit of kit. Now that we are going to struggle with the fertilizer, it doesn't like that kind of weight. It really doesn't. So the only way you're going to do that is sort of like keeping it as low as possible. And still, even pulling it to you is not gonna make much of a difference. It's gonna want to fall, really is. Form factor of this though is amazing. Yeah, now that's not as bad as I remember. On mind you, when on Voulier Normandy when I had this, I had the not that I think the electric version, the brakes on it are terrible. And you can see it is only just managing to sort of maintain that, but it is managing, and that's now it's going to obviously do a nosedive because it can't really support that without any kind of trickery. And physics are really good for that, really. I may as well just grab this. Now, will it do its attach, or it will? So we're gonna. Right, okay then. So let's get this little lot. Oh, let's get just quickly. I know as long as we're doing just the vegetables that we are doing, we're not going to need the navigator, but we're not always going to do that. You've always got to think for the future. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously that's one of the things about the start from scratch, and that is that it is completely different from New Farmer Start, and I think that's like all of us. We often sort of think, oh, we don't always know, do we? And that is true, but it's one of the in fact it's strange, but I was listening to a content creator. No, let's see the other one. I think yeah, that's it. And then we strap. That's all strapped down. Yeah, and you can tell he's quite transfixed by start from scratch now, but obviously wasn't to begin with, as a lot of people aren't. A lot of people underestimate, but I think obviously when you first start, you don't really need any kind of. No, that should be right with that. should be. Shouldn't do that moaning about, no, it's not. Having something attached doesn't always like it if it's got something strapped, but that's properly attached, so it really shouldn't moan. Yeah, sometimes it'll just stay behind and won't do anything, so yeah, we are, obviously the Navigator is a great asset in the future. Yeah, I think they are coming, I think. Right, so we actually could just fold that now, couldn't we? It's not going to take very long to scan, which does show really how big this is. Now, we could have improved on this year, but I had an idea, and that is I wanted to not do this with the T440. Now, I've wanted to do this forever, as in where we test the T440 against. Now, we've all had the T440, so next year, or this year, when we harvest, I think we will not have the T440. We're going to literally go for another type so that we deliberately, right, yeah, let's take this fairly close to the edge of the field. But I do think in time, let's stop along with the Kramer. Thank you very much, young lady. No Star Wars names yet. Just got the standard helper admin names. Right, should be fine. Let's get you on. And I've had the results back. I didn't. It was probably quick. Yeah, it is. It's a mediocre field. It's as simple as that. It's not nothing special, but it's not anything terrible either. So yeah, a bit of a bonus. Yeah, I think it's 109 or something like that. So once that set a standard worker going, I don't really think we need anything more special, but we will put this away. The last bit. Yeah, I'm not sort of, normally I wouldn't, I'll be more worried about, oh, let's not show this on camera and stuff like that. It's not so much of a let's play as a tutorial, but as is my one, I do show everything. Right? It's, yeah, it's, otherwise it's yeah, it's still a let's play. Yeah, that's what I'm sort of saying. But I wouldn't normally like do what I'm about to do now, which is to send that back on camera when we can see it is attached. But right now, I'm not so worried. Yeah, right, so one field scanned. And Betty, probably, I should have done it myself. I should have done it myself. You know, I will. Alright, come on, let's get this sorted. We have not, yeah, time's are ticking, and I don't want this to sort of be, I want it to count, because I don't want any faffing around. I want to sort of do this, maybe probably longer sessions than normal. Well, when I say that, actually, I would imagine if I averaged my session time, it probably is about an hour. Most of the time, it's an hour, included the time lapse, so which would really be usually about an hour and a half. So in total, but it'll only be just over an hour when I've baked into a time lapse. Right, fantastic. So now we need to eject that with the seeds, but not. No, it don't really matter. Not for seeds, it doesn't. And I'm so glad that is now ejecting as bags again. So I think, yeah, it was weird. Obviously, I was thinking it was one of my mods. I haven't changed any of my mods. I have not removed any of my mods. And yet it's working. So it proves actually it was a Giants thing, because none of the mods that I use all of the time, none of them have had an update recently, and yet strangely enough now all of a sudden out of the blue they work. Yeah, now this is obviously Virgin Territory, because we're not sure if this was fertilised last year or not. It was what it was. This year we've done everything that we, including obviously it's got to be ploughed. That's the one thing obviously that with doing root crops you've got to have the plough really, so which there is an advantage to that, and that is but we don't have weeds. So yeah, it's not a lose, is it really? Yeah, we still got to put. No, we could. I suppose now. I suppose that could have been again. You often put storage down as the first thing, but what I could have done differently, thinking about it now, which hindsight is always a journal thing, is I could have actually just put the mods right now. But at that point that I was doing it, really, your storage is probably one of the first things you would stick down, and which is why this problem always arises. So, yeah, we may as well. Let's not stick it too close because that's when it gets, yeah, a little bit of a. Let's put it straight away as well. Let's get into good habits. Now, that's another bad habit that I often attribute to start from scratch, and that's because normally you don't have a shed. Well, we have got no such excuse. We've not got a lot of equipment, and we have got a shed. So that's still a bit of a drop. But hey ho. I could put the back on. But yeah, I could actually. I just think it looks tidier when you put the back up. So I probably will go through to that in time. But right now, no, we've not got enough cash to do niceties like leveling and all the rest of it. We just need to crack on. So with that in mind, let's remind myself as well. Yeah, that's exactly as we left it. And no, it's 8 o'clock at the minute. This time of year. So we should really know, and there should be no. You don't need to roll because I've got that mod on that you only roll cereal crops, which is what you really roll in real life, whereas the game obviously rolling is on. So there should be no, yeah, absolutely perfect. All we're going to do each day is, look, as good as that is, we can't afford it. And we should be selling our crops, which is what there's two things that are working right now. See the honey? Oh, okay, that's not. It is working though. No, it is. It's only got 800 in. Oh, it's doing it now on the hour. We actually saw it doing it. That's quite impressive. So again, on the hour, that's going to do the honey roasted parsnips, which is down to 98 tons now. So it's doing out 4,800. It's still a bad recipe. Well, it's not. It's a good recipe. Yeah, yeah, it is. This is one of the few. This is why I like this originally. I remember seeing it. It also isn't terrible for this. So you could do carrots as well, and it produces 3. So there's a slight amount of gain, really, which I like because most of the vegetable ones are loss, a huge loss, not just a little bit. You don't lose 50%, you lose 66% to gain your final product, and I really find that not quite realistic. So right, let's go through till, yeah, all we've got to do is look at the sales. There's no animals to feed, no nothing, and that's the beautiful thing about start from scratch, is there is no faffing around. You literally do the job, move on, especially in the beginning when there's only one field, which means growth is quite, you're not hampered. So it's only for lime. I didn't realise that. I put this in because I saw DD Mod Passion had actually mucked around with this, and this was the other option I could have done for. It's got a small hole, but not so small. We don't need one yet, but you've got to think of the future as well. Schnibbles, 800 series, the Lurcher. I think we'll do without. It's a cracking price that you cannot compete with that, really. No, I'm not going to have it just for lime. If it was for like lots of things, I would do it. That, however, I don't think we can afford not to. No, we'll keep it with that. I like it. Fantastic. So we have a harvester. I know we don't need it, not at the minute, but that we're not always going to be like this. No, not a bad starting harvester and a very good price. So Obviously, our tick-ups, yeah, we are doing sort of well. Yeah, let's focus upon the production as well to sort of show how much it's chomping away at the parsnips. Could not think for the life of me what they were. Yeah, it's going nicely. Yeah, it's not using a lot of them, is it? No, it won't do, I suppose. 4,800. It's that one. It's only using 4.8 tons, but it's producing quite a bit of the honey roasted. But I'm not sure that the honey's keeping up. Yeah, it'll do its thing again, won't it? So this time I've actually done the distributor well. Is it keeping up with? See, oh wow, we actually saw it doing it then. That's amazing. Do we need another one of these? Hmm. Is it going to full potential? We're doing 4.8 tons. That's what I'm saying. Because let's just have a look at the recipe. It's 1 plus 1. So that means we're only doing 1.5 tons of. So we really could do with 2 more of those. We could. I think we can only afford 1 at the minute. We could stick that. No, because I'm wanting that as a. I think we'll do it right next to the shed, but I think we'll level before we do it, which this is going to sort of cripple us a bit because it's this leveling malarkey. So if we go from there, it saves it. Quite. Right. Build animals. Animals, bees, and the beautiful. There's a lot. When you can look at how many Landstroth hives there are versus the 19, it's an awful lot more. That's why I say these are super duper. Really are. Stick that right down, right next door. And this likewise will spawn with that. So we've got 2 lots. Still not enough, but it will go a long way to, yeah, it will if we, no, we don't need to switch it on, do we? No, it really is. So that's the point that all of it will go to, and then it will go straight to that, and we should be doing twice as much. So it is now, obviously honey does sell for a lot, but then, yeah, this is what we've chosen. It's still not a bad one. If you looked at the price of honey, in fact, we will look at the price of honey because you've always got to see is it as good as it is because it's equal. Honey sells for 1,659 per 1,000 litres. So in some ways, I did say this at the time that I actually looked at this. It's sort of offsetting the price. Yet almost, it's sort of keeping your money together, but it's not really making a fortune. Not really. Now, did we check the sales? Ooh, Horse Pronto. It's a 3 meter. I never buy 3 meter. No. So no, we'll say no, thank you very much. So we should get quite a lot more like 2/3 of the selling of our special salad. Well, it's honey roasted parsnips, isn't it? So yeah, you can see by the leap up this time that actually that's not bad. Yeah. Oh, it's going now. Just saw it doing it out the corner of my eye. So we should now see quite a bit of difference. Oh, I could have sworn I saw it. Oh, it's going up again. So right. So yeah, it's not exactly perfect, is it? So we should see twice as much across there. Ah. Huh. Ah, it's still working. Right. Okay, so it's not instant. I like it. It trundles along nicely, but at least we can see it is working. So when it's finished, we should see quite a lot more actually. Yeah, it's still going up, so that's fantastic. It is doing it nicely. I have started with this quite a few times, the 4 meter. Oh wow, that by Vertex Design. That is a cracking price. It is, and it's also, not being funny, but it's a water tanker too. So do you know something? Yeah, we will do. Now, I think if I remember rightly, I tried this. If you do the tank, you have to do tank with arm, but it adds another 5 grand on. So we'll start with it just at that. Fantastic. We are, yeah, sort of. Let's go through till. Hang on a minute, isn't it? Oh no, it'll be September. Oh no, it's not. It's ready. Oh, that is much better. It is so slightly over 3 tons. It should be gold. It is. Right, okay. Now then, so this time what we're going to do is completely different. We are going to ask the shop to deliver to us, because she can do that. And we are going to have delivered. I would buy this normally, but we haven't got the cash. So beat technology. And we are going to go for the AA modding one. And we are going to lease it, yes. And they are then going to do the the hunt up, of course. Should we get like this one? That's right. And we're going to do it all on the same one. Right, so let's set that going, because our smallest tractor, even 170, can manage that, I think. I'm sure it can. We will, in time, obviously, actually upgrade this too. Right, so I did this on in grand style on which let's play is it? Right, let's set this going whilst we're chitter chattering. So 52, create job. 52, open. What we're going to do is just go round, I think. So just try 10. Let's try 14. That's more like it. Excellent. 52, save course, activate. 2.9 meters. And let's set that going. Fantastic. Right, and then we're going to ask the shop to, well, we also need to, we've got to, don't think we can afford it. One thing we've not seen is a trailer. Really? So I'm trying to think, we can't really afford one. We sort of could, but I'm trying to think, what is a reasonable leasing cost that also, I would say probably is, this is a good one. Really good one, really, for the price. But there's also this pack by Blendark Kolchosnik, which is, I don't know, it doesn't go very large for standard. Yeah, because that's not the standard. That's, as you can see, more for grass. I think that's so it's 11,400 capacity. Yeah, and this one, likewise, I think is mainly. Oh no, I'm not sure. I still think it's mainly, as you can see, for, and that's it does say side. Yeah, that's for loose materials. So it does, no matter how much I want it to be, what I want it to be, it's not. There is that. That's a lorry. I mean, yeah, that to me seems to be at present the best if you were going to buy it. That's also good though, the Le Bouche. And that's always good, but you know, it's out of our price range at present. Now this is a very good one. 15 cubic meters. This we could afford. The swivel axle was the only downside to it. I don't think this works well with what I've got in mind. I think I used it a long while back, and it's It's a very small opening. It doesn't seem to. So I think we've got to sort of, for once, go for one that, like, that was a good one. So the Reich pack, that one would be a decent one. Yeah. And we also then need the belt system, otherwise the whole shebang is useless. This is my favourite belt of all. The SDX 1051. I would buy it, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers. Right, so then let's go grab. How is he doing? To me, that suggests it's not. Remove foliage. Well, why is the foliage not moving then? If it says remove foliage, oh, do you know, I hate these type of things. Oh, what kind of game glitch is this? Oh, Wally. Wally in charge. What are we harvesting? Vegetables. And you have a sugar beet harvester. At a time we can't really afford to be making mistakes. C'est la vie, though. It really is. So let's get rid of these two. Return them. Because it's not something you can actually do. Isn't that amazing? I know what caused it. I was doing sugar beets, yeah, as I said, on combined counties. Whereas really what we need is vegetable technology, but it is underbeet technology. That's what gets confusing. So really we are looking for something like the multi-fruit rootster, which is, this is a slightly augmented one. We still need a special form topper, don't we? Yeah. So this, we are looking for one that actually does the home topping for vegetables. Does such a thing exist? Yeah. It doesn't show though, does it? But I would presume that actually is doing what it says. Let's have a look. I'm sure it's. I hope it is, because other than miscellaneous, I can't think of actually seeing. Yeah, these are only the. Yeah, these, but they're not actually. Yeah, I've got that new GTA platform. Miscellaneous is always so monstrous, is it not? Right, I'm sure that we're out of luck. I'm sure we are. Yeah. So then, I mean, it would be under vegetables, but it's not under vegetable technology, is it? Yeah, because the standard vegetables, they just dig them out. Yeah, I mean, they pull them out straight away. So I think it's got to be that. Yeah, if we're looking at vegetable technology here, it's just the biggie, which I have had the pleasure of owning once. So it's got to be, well, actually, potato technology too. It could have a special one, but I don't think it has. Yeah, it's all potatoes. They actually pull them straight out. Multi-fruit harvester pack. Potato add-on. So really, it looks very much like you could sort of do. This I'm going to give us the money back for, because this is a little bit confusing. It doesn't say, does it? Whereas that one is, that's a standard. But that's the multi-fruit harvest that goes with that. That also does those all things. So that you would have thought that that really was exactly what it says. So we're going to lease that. If it's wrong though, and did we? I don't think we did we? We were talking about it, but no, we didn't. So we need to lease the special rooster, the slightly augmented one as well. It's got a slightly bigger capacity. Okay. Fantastic. So then, let's get this sorted. I think we're gonna. Ooh, wow. Yep, that's gone into the shed. My bad. Always insist on yeah, doing these ridiculous things. Yeah, this is gonna be. I think we're gonna need to reset it quickly before it crashes the game. Let's see if it'll sort. I don't think it will, but no, in fact, no, we know it won't. Let's just store delivery that and do a reset on the thing that's like going mad. And then let's reset that completely. And let's crack on. Now then, we're only going to tip them on the ground. I'm quite happy with doing that. That's the entire reason for let's see about the unloading of this. Turn on. It will actually do. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, I'm using the bigger one because it makes more sense. Oh, of course, no, he's not got a course laid. It was the other one that did it, wasn't it? So, 2.9, load, activate, and well, it's working. Now, I'm not sure if this can be told to force unload. Let's grab the other tractor. I'm not sure whether it will just unload. Wow, I can't believe how poor we are, really. Still, it's off and the way. Let's start from scratch. That you are. We did spend a lot on productions, and the beehives likewise are, yeah, not exactly cheap. So I suppose we could just do this normally, really. Now, my only real thing is to check the capacity. So I suppose we could. Right, I'm going to say my words, and if we're going to do it normally, let's just crack on. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I was determined that we'd be thorough. Now I think I'm going to be blown out the water, and I think I'm probably going to be removing the mock book from the game. I do, based upon this. I've always wanted. I do think there was an improvement made, but it's still not as it should be. Now the home top is doing absolutely nothing. It is just the rootster. Yeah, I didn't realise. It's just going over the thing, and I obviously wasn't paying attention to that. So, how well did we actually do when it's all unloaded? I think we put 20 odd tons before we'd filled the actual production. I didn't realise the storage was, which is why obviously we've then gone for additional. So it was 100 tons. It was about 80 odd. It might be slightly more, but the real thing is we had 90, 90, 90, 98. No, I think it was 92. I think it was, yeah, it was 92. That rings a bell. 92,000 litres of that. We put some in that, but what have we got in storage? Now, I think it's more, and if it's a considerable, now I'm only saying let's let's not jump the gun. Let's go for facts. How much have we got in the storage alone? That's right at the bottom, isn't it? The 128,200 plus 20 odd tons. Yeah, I think I will. Although the T44 is so much easier to do, it did take a lot longer with the Rootster, but the Rootster didn't destroy. I'm trying to think of the percentage that's destroying. It's a considerable one. It used to be 66%, so it's definitely better than it was, but it's still not good. Yeah, we know because we've done exactly the same crop. We've finished the field exactly. We had 90, now I've got 128, 148. So it's a 50. It's an extra third. When you consider this is a crop that obviously I would love to keep this trailer, but can't even afford it. I send everything back. As I said, this Let's Play is not about sort of like doing things reality. That was a cracker. It was. I'd love to purchase it. But we can't. Nor we didn't need that at all. That was a waste. And that we didn't need at all either. And that we did definitely need. Fantastic. And that, I think, let's go through till... Yeah, because I'd like to see what sort of a difference we get now that we've done the... Yeah, now all the way we're going to be... Next session, in fact, yeah, that is true. Next session is going to be more about whizzing through... Because we've done our harvest, we've only got the one field. It would be interesting to see, all things considered, with that, what we've got, 100 tons in there and 128 tons ready to stick in. I think we've got more than a year's supply of that for that. So I think next year we probably would go carrots, so we can do this one. Because then by that time I'm hoping we'll have two fields, and then we'll be doing all right. We want another honey dropping down as well. It'll be interesting to see going forwards, like how we do with this. So yeah, all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.